a ceasefire to allow for the release of all remaining hostages held by Hamas in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners that are held in Israel. Let's take you to this. Actually, we'll stay on this shot for a little bit here, waiting to see if some of those activists do come into viewpoint, and it's possible that they may make some remarks to members of the press that are inside of the airport. Now, President Trump's plan has received wide international backing and raised hopes for an end to a devastating war that has upended global politics, left tens of thousands of Palestinians dead, and the Gaza Strip in ruins. The Associated Press does go on to say that many uncertainties remain around the plan, including the demand for Hamas to disarm and the future governance of Gaza. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, marks 2 years since that war began. U.S. Envoy Steve Witkoff is leading the U.S. negotiation team, according to a senior Egyptian official and what they had to say over the weekend. Local Egyptian media said that Witkoff and Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, arrived in Egypt and are expected to join in those talks. Hamas said its delegations will be headed by its chief negotiator, and Israel says its delegation will be headed by a top negotiator and Prime Minister Netanyahu's confidant, Ron Dermer. It is not clear how long the talks would last. The Prime Minister said they would be, quote, confined to a few days maximum, and President Trump has said Hamas must move quickly or else all bets will be off. Hamas officials have warned more time may be needed to locate bodies of hostages that are buried under the rubble. Now, according to some of those planned essentials, or the essentials of the plan, I should say, all hostilities would, in theory, immediately end. Under the deal, Hamas would release all hostages it holds, living or dead, within 72 hours. The militants still have 48 hostages. Israel believes 20 of them are still alive. Let's take you out to another vantage point from still inside of the airport here, as multiple of photographers are down there awaiting for the arrival of several of those activists that are set to return after they tried to break through Israel's blockade and deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza. Back to some more of the facts that are part of this peace plan. Israel said that it would free 250 Palestinians serving life sentences in its prisons and 1,700 people detained from Gaza since the war began, including all women and children. Israel also would hand over the bodies of 15 Palestinians for each body of a hostage that is handed over. So as